welcome to the vlog. I'm coming to you from my paddleboard. I'm at the lake and I was paddling around for a bit, but the wind was getting really intense, so I found a more like sheltered alcove to hide out in for a little bit and do some knitting. I just cast on the sleeve for my Francois Cardigan. I'm in BC for the week and I thought it would be fun to film a little vlog. The very first knitting vlog I filmed was actually in BC, I think a year ago when I was here. So I thought it'd be fun to do that again. It's a really nice day on the lake. The sun is out, the water is so clear and blue. I think I'm going to go back to my knitting and enjoying the nice weather, and I hope you really enjoy the vlog. This is like the best knitting view. So gorgeous. And I'm just doing a twisted rib here to get a crisper look with the fluffy alpaca yarn. Quick update on the cardigan. I just finished the sleeve cuff and the cardigan is knit from the bottom up, which is why I'm knitting the cuff first and then I get to knit the rest of the sleeve. But it's got kind of this balloon shape look, so I'm doing like 44 increases on this one row, which is kind of a lot, but I'm getting through it. I'm used to knitting top-down sweaters, and I didn't even know that that's not really the norm, so it took me a minute to figure out that this cardigan is knit bottom up, but so far it's not giving me any troubles. And I'm going to Vancouver Island tomorrow, so I'll see you there. I made it to Vancouver Island and I'm working on the lacework on my cardigan sleeve now. Every section of this cardigan is knit separately and then sewn together at the end. And as much as I'm not looking forward to sewing together the entire cardigan at the end, it does make it very easy to travel with because I don't have to carry around a whole cardigan or sweater. I just carry around like individual sections and it makes it very nice and portable. It's also extra portable because the yarn I'm using is so light. I'm using a blown alpaca yarn. It's the Rowan Alpaca Classic. So it's a cotton mesh tube with alpaca fibers that are blown into it, and it's so incredibly light, which makes it really nice to travel with. Even when I'm in the city, I'll put it in my bag and then carry it around. When I'm on the subway, I can knit. So it's definitely my best kind of portable project at the moment. I talked about this cardigan before in my spring knitting plans video. And of course, it ended up taking a lot longer than planned. So I'm probably going to be wearing it next spring, but I feel like that's always how it goes. I feel like I can only really finish maybe 3 sweaters a year max. Like I can do some smaller projects as well, but the big sweaters and stuff, they just take me a while. But I'm also thinking back to the last time I was on Vancouver Island and I was knitting my very first cardigan. Oh my gosh. And I was doing make one right and make one left for the first time, and I was making buttonholes for the first time. I was learning so much while I was doing that project. And now a year later, I'm back and I'm knitting my first lacework cardigan. Like, that's honestly such huge progress. This is a much more involved and difficult pattern than the raglan cardigan I made last time. And it's just really nice to look back and appreciate the progress that I've made in my knitting journey so far. Good morning. I wanted to show you the second project I brought with me. This is the Baby Bear Bonnet by Knitting for Olive, and it's a gift knit for my friend who's pregnant with her first baby right now. I think it's just the cutest pattern ever. I did the moss stitch on the front, and then it has these little bear ears, which are so cute. They kind of look like cat ears right now, but I'm not done with them. I still have to graft them together in the back, and then I think after blocking, they'll get a more rounded shape. But I'm really happy with how it's coming along so far. I'm just working away on the back of the bonnet here. And I'm knitting this in Sandesgarn Double Sunday. I'm hoping it doesn't use a lot of yarn because I only have one skein of it, but I'm knitting the size for 3-month-olds, so I think that will hopefully be enough. I'm also really excited to have a baby to knit for because I think baby knits are just so adorable. Like, this is so stinking cute. I also just picked up this book. It's called The Service Berry: Abundance and Reciprocity in the Natural World by Robin Wall Kimmerer, and she's the author of Braiding Sweetgrass. It has the sweetest illustrations inside, and I'm really excited to start reading this. I think this is looking super cute so far, and I'm really happy with the color choice too. This is the color Coffee Bean, and the color code is 4081. I chose to use Double Sunday because I wanted to make sure it was machine washable. Now I need to do the decreases going along the back of the head, and I did read online that a lot of people had issues with this section. Some people said they thought the pattern was wrong, and then other people were saying, no, the pattern is correct. And I don't know, you guys. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm just going to try my best. Okay, I've done a few rows of decreases, and I think it's coming along. It's looking good so far. Psych. I did not end up with the right stitch count at the end. I don't know where I messed up or missed something, but we are unraveling this and starting again. Okay, we are back at the beginning. I don't know what I missed, but honestly, I think I might need to stop recording this so that I can 110% focus on counting my stitches and making sure that I don't miss any decreases, and then using my phone just to write down and mark which rows I've done and which rows I've repeated so that I don't miss anything. Oh, look, there's a bunny. So cute. Oh, he got scared by something. When the tide goes out, the entire bay dries up like this. I have a little helper here today. Everyone say hi, Ollie. You are so cute. Ollie and I are working on the Francois Cardigan right now. Another beautiful evening on the water. It's so calm out here. In the book I'm reading, the author is talking about service berries, which are native to Ontario, and obviously not blackberries, which are invasive in BC, but I do love the connection to what I'm reading right now. And we're stopping at this cute little museum.
So a number of women would get together and knit these small squares, and then somebody would sew them together. And they had sewing machines, but they also made their own curtains.
Okay, quick update on the bonnet before I head home. I finally got the stitch count correct. I just needed to really focus to count correctly.
on the plane now and I'm going to work on some knitting. For the bonnet, it's almost done. I just need to Kitchener stitch the ears together to close that up. And here's the progress on the sleeve. I have a lot more of the lacework done, so you can really kind of see that pattern now. I'm back in Toronto and I wanted to give a little update on where my projects are at. So this is how the sleeve is looking so far. You can see like it has a pretty big balloon shape and the cuff is quite like tight to the wrist. But I think the lace pattern is coming along really nicely. I also have all the other pieces here. I have the back piece and the two front pieces. So I'm maybe like halfway done this sleeve and then one more sleeve to go. I can finally sew it all together. And here is my baby bear bonnet. It's looking very cute. This is where I Kitchener stitched the back of the ears together. And now all I have to do is make the strings that come out on either side so you can kind of tie it around the head. I think it's looking really adorable. That's all for now. Thanks so much for joining me in this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you in the next one.